Hello everyone. In this video lecture, I am going to teach you all fuzzy systems. This topic is a part of third module. What do you understand from the term fuzzy? Fuzzy means blurred, or it can also mean indistinct, or it can also mean vague. Fuzzy systems are basically a non-linear functions which has to be precisely defined. So what are basically fuzzy systems? There are different definitions for fuzzy systems, but the most common and most important definition is it's actually a modified form. It's a modified form of rule-based system. Okay, I want to highlight this, the modified part of a rule-based system. Now what is a rule-based system? A rule-based system is nothing but a system which has set of rules. There are set of rules and the system behaves based on those set of rules only. Okay, there are set of rules and system behaves based on those set of rules. Now these are very hard rules which cannot be changed, okay, which are drilled into the system, and the system behaves in those particular rules. Now in fuzzy systems, the rules are softer. In fuzzy systems, the rules are softer. The rules are softer in the sense that the manner which they are applied and how they behave. Okay, what are these rules and how they are softer? What is different? We'll see in the upcoming lectures. Now, the fuzzy system gives a scope in performing well in presence of uncertainties. Fuzzy systems are used when there are uncertainties. Okay. Now, what are these uncertainties? And also in case of noise. So now if there are systems may not behave properly if the data or the input does not lie in particular category or it does not lie in particular format. So the system will fail or it will not give you a proper result. So in such case, but the fuzzy systems are able to handle such kind of uncertainties and such kind of noises. It is able to give you a proper result. So this is trying to mimic the natural scenarios wherein sometimes the data might not be the way how you want it to be. It might be something different. But still, you need to understand the data and accordingly give the output. Now this makes it very much possible for realistic systems. Okay. Now this makes it a good application for realistic systems. Now what are these realistic systems? What are the applications? What kind of systems I'm talking about? So it can be biomedical systems. Okay, which has a lot of noise, it has a lot of data which might be changing continuously, there's a lot of variations, the range might be different. Then there are industrial systems. Okay, a best example is a washing machine. Washing machine has different categories, different modes, different functions based on which it will accordingly behave. So different industrial systems or automation systems also use fuzzy logic or fuzzy systems. Then we also have a large category is robotics. In robotics, the movement and the control, okay, robotics control, we can just call it control, robotics control, okay, for robotics control we might use fuzzy systems. Okay, now these are some examples of where fuzzy systems is used. Okay, we will see much detail I'll give you examples as I go with this along with this topic. Okay. Now fuzzy systems get named for uncertainty or probability that they associate with the various stages of functioning to calculate output from input, right? So fuzzy systems basically relate to uncertainty, as I said earlier, or you can say the probability values. Now, you must have not heard about fuzzy logic before. What you have heard, what you have studied is classical logic, or it's called as Boolean logic. Okay. Now, how fuzzy logic and Boolean logic are different? What is the variation? We'll see in the coming topics what we're going to cover. But before that, we need to cover a few topics, few things that need to be sure for you to understand these for the upcoming topics. So, what we do is we study this input. What are the input that we are going to give to fuzzy system? Okay, what are the input I am going to give? What is the output I am going to get? So what format is it? What kind of data it is? So we have to study the input and output or in groups or classes, how we give to the system. Now, there's another concept that is behind fuzzy system is that it belongs to a class by certain degree of probability or possibility. Now, fuzzy system has a something, okay, now there is a certain degree that it belongs to this group, okay, it's called as degree. I'm just going to write now degree of possibility. There is a term for this which I'll introduce to you in, okay, just pardon my word over there, I'll just clear it, possibility, okay. So there's certain degree for, now let's say this is a set, okay. Now anything that belongs to this set, okay, in classical set theory what do we say? Like one particular element or one particular component belongs to set A, or it's a subset of A, or it does not belong to A, it belongs to B, or maybe it belongs to both set A and B. But in the system we say there's a degree of possibility that there are, let's say it belongs to this set by 80%. Or by 50%. Okay. Now this basically tells you the relationship. It basically tells you what? It tells a relationship of that particular element of that particular condition with that set. How much is related to? Like I'll give you a simple example. In a class, there are different students. They have different intellectual abilities, and accordingly they are graded. So you can say that some students you call it as he's a scholar or he's very good, he's bright, intelligent. How do you rate him? How do you grade him? Okay? How do you grade him? So you say that he's very intelligent, or he's better than this guy, or she's better than this guy, right? So there is a degree of compare. What do you do? You're comparing it. How do you compare? So that kind of a comparison, okay? So it might be like, okay, he's 80% intelligent of so and so. So you can take one person as a reference and then say he's not up to that mark, or he's up to the mark. So this is how basically fuzzy systems behave. They have a degree of possibility or degree of membership. The actual term is over here is degree of membership. Okay. Now fuzzy systems, as I said earlier, they are totally rule driven. So there are rules which are called as fuzzy rules. They are rule driven. It's a rule driven system. Okay. There are a lot of rules and it behaves based on those rules. And these rules are called as fuzzy rules. So the mapping of input to output is based on these rules. How the input, based on what inputs are there, what the output should be given for that particular input is decided by the rules, which are called as fuzzy rules. Now rules find that output based on the understanding of the system. Now understanding of the system, how the system is designed, based on that the rules have been designed, and the final result is a combination of all those rules which are designed. We'll see to this when I take examples and explain each and every example how this behaves. And the rules are actually written in a very simple way, and we just write it in a form of normal English, the way we are talking. Okay, the way I'm talking, we talk in day-to-day life. Okay, in normal English, the rules are written in normal English, so it is easier to decipher, it is easier to understand, and when you come to the examples, you'll understand how it is. So whatever that we make or we say you can use it. Okay. Now coming to the particular definition. Now what are fuzzy systems? Okay. As I told you earlier, those are, I'll just write it again, knowledge-based systems. Now why I'm calling it knowledge-based system? Because they contain how the system is going to behave. Knowledge-based system or rule-based system. So that tells you how a particular system is going to behave or how it is going to react to a particular given input. Okay. Now, in the heart of the fuzzy system, this is called something called as fuzzy if-then rules. What is what we are going to target, or that is what a backbone of a fuzzy system is, nothing but if-then rules. This is your backbone of the system. Okay. Now, what are these fuzzy system if-then rules? I'll tell you. Before that, we'll go to fuzzy logic. Okay. Now, whole this thing, how it behaves, is dependent on something called as fuzzy logic. Now, how the system is governed by, see, obviously a system will be governed by some kind of mathematics, right? In any system that you have, in nature, what a system will have, it behaves in a particular way because there's some mathematical formula behind it. Okay. Any system will behave based on what? The mathematical formula it has. Okay. So similarly, for fuzzy systems, there will be some logic, okay, behind it, and that logic is called as your fuzzy logic. Okay, that logic is your fuzzy logic. That is a logic which governs the ruling of your system. Now, the rules are simple and they have if-then clauses, as I said earlier. Okay, the rules are if, then clause. Okay, the rules are nothing but if-then clauses. Now this if part, the if part is called as antecedent. The if part of the rule is called as antecedent. And the then part is called as consequent. Okay, antecedent and consequent. The if part is called as antecedent and it denotes a condition that must be true for a particular rule to fire. Okay, so if the if part is true, okay, if it is true, that particular rule will fire. Okay, so this part, if it is true, that particular rule will fire. Now once it fires, basically what means that particular rule will get activated, and the consequent part, that is the consequent part, is the then part, okay, which consists of action or conclusion that results from rule being fired. So if it becomes true, then this particular rule gets fired or activated, or the action part. This, as I told you, is an action part. Okay, action, or you can call it conclusion. Action part or conclusion. Okay. Now once all rules are ready, we know that the information has been incorporated in the system. Now let's take an example. Okay. I'll take an example and tell you how this behaves. If x marks are greater than 80, if x marks are greater than 80 plus x's attendance, okay, a very right scenario for a classroom. Okay, if the x's marks are greater than 80, are equal to 80, and, sorry, not plus, I'll just erase this, it's not plus, it's and, okay, and x's attendance is greater than 75%. Okay, is greater than, then, now the then part will come into picture, then x's grade is A. Now this is one of the rules. This is a rule for a grading system. If a person, that is let's call him X, if his marks are greater than 80% and the attendance is greater than 75%, okay, then his grade is going to be A. Now this is an example of fuzzy rule which I am taking to fuzzy, that is if then clause. So here the if part is, if the if part the condition is true, right? If the if part condition is true, that is this whole part from here to here. If this whole part is true, then this rule will get fired and the output will be given by the consequent part. The if part is called as antecedent, as I said over here. Okay, so this part will then fire and that is your consequent part. Okay, if this condition gets true. And this is nothing but this is your action, right? This is your action. Now I'll take another example. Now this is only just, I've taken only one rule, fuzzy rule over here, right? Let's take a whole fuzzy set of rules. Let's see how it behaves. Okay. Now this is a controller to automatically control the car. Now these are the rules for the controller. If the speed is low, then apply more force to accelerator. Okay? Apply more force to the accelerator. If the speed is medium, then apply normal force to accelerator. Okay? If the speed is high, then apply less force to accelerator. Now these are a set of rules which govern the automatic control of the car, to control the car. Okay. Now I've just written three rules, for three if-then rules. To properly define a system, how it behaves, you can have more than rules. You can have one rule, two rules, or more than 3, 4, 5, anyone. To basically in real life system, how it should behave and how to take into consideration all the possibilities that are there, you can have those many rules. Now I'm going to highlight some words over here which can give you the importance of what it is. Okay. Now let's see the words like low, medium and high. Okay. Also the words like more, normal and less. Okay. Now these are basically characterized by membership function. Okay. I'll come to that. What is membership function? Membership function is nothing but a function that defines the degree of membership of that particular input. Okay. So the starting point of constructing a fuzzy system is to obtain a collection of fuzzy if-then rules. So to design any kind of system, we need to obtain or you need to make a collection of fuzzy if-then rules. And these are your fuzzy if-then rules. Okay. Now this can be based on from human experts or knowledge from brain experts, or you can analyze and how the system behaves and how it should behave, and then you can design a rule. Now we are going to come back to these rules again. Okay, we will get into more details of this. Before that, I am going to tell you different types of fuzzy systems that are available, different types of fuzzy systems that you can categorize into. Yes. Fuzzy systems can be categorized into three types. Those are pure fuzzy systems, then Takagi Sugeno, Kang system, and the third part is fuzzy system, with fuzzifier, and defuzzifier. Okay. Fuzzy systems with fuzzifier and defuzzifier. So these are three different types of fuzzy systems that are available. Now what are pure fuzzy systems? Pure fuzzy systems are fuzzy rules. Okay. Pure fuzzy systems are fuzzy rule based which are based on fuzzy rules, and those fuzzy rules based on the fuzzy rule base. They have a fuzzy rule base, and this rule base represents a collection of fuzzy if-then rules. This is basically nothing but a collection of fuzzy if-then rules. Okay. Now there is something called fuzzy inference engine. Now fuzzy inference engine is basically the whole system. So fuzzy inference engine combines all these fuzzy rules, or mapping them into fuzzy sets from the input space to the output space. Okay. Now, as I told you earlier, what I explained earlier was a type of fuzzy rule. Okay. Those are type of pure fuzzy systems. Okay, they are type of pure fuzzy systems. Okay. Now we'll move to Takagi Sugeno Kang, but I'm not going to explain Takagi Sugeno Kang in very much in detail, okay, because we're going to cover this in the future coming topics. Okay, just give a small intro to this. Takagi Sugeno Kang or Sugeno system, we also call it as a Sugeno system or a TSK system, short for that. Okay, Sugeno system. This is based on the authors who defined the system. That is Takagi, Sugeno and Kang, the three people. So Sugeno systems or TSK system. Okay, input and output are real valued. Over here in TSK, input and output both are what? Real values. So what are the real value means? So it will have real values of numbers. So it will have many numbers. So let's just give an example. Example for this is if the speed x, now here let's say if the speed is x, okay, if the speed x of a car is high, okay, the some value over here x, if the speed of this car is high, then the force to accelerate, now I'm taking the same example that we've taken previously. Okay, this is the same example of speed controller for the car, speed of the car. The force to the accelerator is y equals cx. Y equals cx. So what do we see over here? C is just a constant. Okay, C is just a constant. This is nothing but a constant value that we have. Okay, and Y is the output. So basically in Takagi Sugeno systems or Sugeno systems, what we do is the description is in natural language and is changed to a simple mathematical formula. Now this whole description that we have over here is changed to simple mathematical formula. That's what, if the speed is x, if speed x of the car is high, then the force accelerator is y equals cx. Now this is basically nothing but like a mathematical formula, right? So this makes it easier to combine the rules and it gets governed basically by mathematical rules. Okay? And then part is a mathematical formula. It may not be, it may provide a natural framework that represents human knowledge. So it will provide you information that will mimic the human knowledge. And there is not much freedom left to apply different principles. Now because it gets governed by perfect mathematical formulas, mathematical rules and definitions, what happens is this may not have, you may have to give a particular kind of input or a particular kind of output to the, so to get an output from this system. Okay? So it gets governed by mathematical rules. Now this is about TSK or synchronous systems. Now third type of fuzzy systems is fuzzifier or defuzzifier. Now what happens in fuzzifier and defuzzifier is, okay, in the fuzzy system with fuzzifier and defuzzifier, you have three types in that also. So it basically transforms real valued variables into fuzzy sets. And the defuzzifier converts this fuzzy sets into real value variables. Now I'll just tell you how it is. Here also in fuzzifier and defuzzifier you have three types. Okay, there's fuzzy inference engine. Let's call it FIE. This is fuzzy inference engine. Okay. Now here input is fuzzy set. Let's call it fuzzy set is U. Okay. Let's call it U. Okay, and the output is also a fuzzy set. Okay, output is also a fuzzy set. Let's call it V. So basically what is going over here is you're converting the data, or there's a data over here, it's a fuzzy set, then there is a rule-based system. Now here this is based on rules, rule-based system, or you can say fuzzy rule-based. Okay, let's say fuzzy rule-based. Okay, and then you have the data coming over here at the input side. The output side also, it gives you a fuzzy set. Now this is one type. Okay. In the second type, what I can say is, we can have x. Now x is with some real value, x in u. Now this x belongs to u. Now u is a fuzzy set. Real value which belongs in fuzzy set, that is u. Okay, you might get a little slightly confused what is a fuzzy set and what is a classical set. I'll come to this in some time. Okay, just bear with me. Now x is in u. Okay. Now this is given for weighted average. Okay, we can have a weighted average over here of all these rules. Rules that are defined, the fuzzy rules that are defined, right? If then rules that we have, fuzzy rules that we have. Okay, and then it will give you some value that is y, and which will belong to fuzzy set called as v. Okay, now this is another way of having fuzzifier and defuzzifier. Okay, fine. Sorry, my bad. Now this over here, I made a mistake. I'll just correct it. I'll just tell you what it is. And the third, I'll just write what is third system. Now this was the second system. These are basically three systems that we saw, the fuzzy systems. Third system is fuzzy based on fuzzy based rules. So I'll just draw this first and then I'll take the comparison. Okay, now as I told you, the fuzzy system can be divided into three types: pure fuzzy system, Takagi synchronous system, and fuzzy system with fuzzifier and defuzzifier. Now this first block diagram was for pure fuzzy systems. What I've drawn over here is a block diagram for pure fuzzy pure fuzzy system. Okay, now this is your pure fuzzy system. Now the second one is for, second one here is what is how it defines. Now what we have seen, that is the Takagi system, is TSK system. Now for TSK system, this is how it behaves. And for third one is using fuzzifier and defuzzifier. Now fuzzifier and defuzzifier is governed by this over here, the third part. Now F and D stands for fuzzifier and defuzzifier. I'll just write fuzzifier and defuzzifier. Fuzzifier and defuzzifier. Okay, now let's come back to this pure fuzzy system. You have a set fuzzy, it is defined fuzzy set U, and then it has a fuzzy inference engine. FIE stands for fuzzy inference engine, which is governed by fuzzy rules. Okay, now it is governed by fuzzy rules, and those rules define and give you the output is also in fuzzy set. That is your pure fuzzy system. Okay, it's a pure fuzzy system. Over here, a second system, that is TSK system, what you have, it is based on a mathematical formula, right? So there is a fuzzy, if the rules will have some kind of mathematical formula. Here we are using weighted average, right? So the real value x is put into, it belongs to some set, it behaves, and then this y, it belongs to some fuzzy set y, v. That is your output. Y is your output over here. Now this is your second system, that is your TSK system. The third system we use fuzzifier and defuzzifier. Now basically fuzzifier and defuzzifier are nothing but they are like transforms. They are transformation function. Now here x is a real value, okay, or real value system. This gets converted into fuzzy set using a fuzzifier, converted into a fuzzy set. So x is in U. U is fuzzy set. Okay, that's what I've written over here. X is in U. X is in fuzzy set, and then your y. Okay, so after that what you have is FIE. So fuzzy inference engine converts this into what? It fires based on if the rules are true, the rules get fired, and then you get a fuzzy set y a fuzzy set v, and then we use defuzzifier. We use defuzzifier to convert this into back to real value, that is y. So this is your third type of system using fuzzifier and defuzzifier, right? Fuzzifier and defuzzifier. Okay, I'll stop here for now. In the next topics, we'll see a difference between classical set theory and fuzzy set theory.